The centrist political group No Labels is moving closer to making a third-party presidential bid. The group's founder, former U.S. Senator Joe Lieberman, has been saying for months they might launch an alternative to the now presumptive nominees Donald Trump and Joe Biden. We're hearing they're assembling a committee to select their 2024 nominee. So let's discuss with former Senator and 2000 Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Joe Lieberman. Senator, thank you so much for being with us. Since you are helping to select the ticket, walk us through who's on your short list.
Well, tonight, look, we've been working a long time in No Labels to get ready for this moment. I mean, our movement was created in 2010 to try to overcome the partisanship and ideological gridlock in Washington so the government could actually start working for the people again instead of focusing on fighting each other. We've done it mostly through Congress with some success, but our members felt that we were never going to succeed if it ended up being Trump and Biden again. And now Super Tuesday has come and gone, and it is. So we're ready. Tonight, we're going to announce in an email that I will send out, accompanied by a video narrated by Mike Rawlings, who's the chairman of our grassroots convention. Mike is a former mayor of Dallas and CEO of Pizza Hut, which will describe what we call our Country Over Party Committee, which is a kind of nominating committee. And we're now going to go to work. We've been working on it, but it's decision time to try to find the best bipartisan unity ticket we can give the American people as the third choice they say they want overwhelmingly, because they don't want to have to choose again between Trump and Biden. So we're not going to announce candidates tonight, but we do announce that we're going to announce candidates this spring, and that could be as early as, you know, the calendar of nature, March 21st.
Sure. So if you won't give us any names, walk us through some of the qualifications that you're looking for and that you're considering.
Yeah, that's a really good question, Boris. So obviously, we want the people who are capable of being president and vice president. We also want, in our case, people who are committed to the No Labels common sense agenda, really, which is about collaborating with people in the other party, not just having constant warfare, negotiating, compromising, getting things done, which is on our common sense agenda. In other words, to accept our platform and then being willing to and having the courage to seize this historic moment. Because we know in No Labels that this has not been done often in American history. I mean, the last time a third party candidate won a national election, I'd say, was Abraham Lincoln in 1860. The last time a bipartisan ticket won was 1864, when Lincoln asked a Democrat to run with him. But we think the country is actually as divided and down on the two political parties as they were way back then. 60 to 70% of the American people say they want a third choice. We now are ready, and we also feel it's our responsibility to offer them that third choice. And we think it's going to be a really high quality, very different bipartisan ticket. The committee that's going to be announced tonight will make its recommendation back to the 800 grassroots members of No Labels that constitute our kind of nominating convention. They'll have the final say, and then we'll be off and running.
And I'm curious to get your thoughts on the potential to play spoiler. I've heard members of your organization say that that is something that you want to avoid. Specifically, your group has noted that they want to avoid pitching a ticket that they feel would help re-elect former President Donald Trump. I'm wondering if you have a deadline set to figure out whether you would play spoiler or not. What happens in the scenario that you see it trending in that direction?
Right. So we set two standards when we started out on this in terms of the data Boris. One is that we actually thought we wanted to feel that we had a chance to win. And we think we do because, you can carry the electoral votes in the state by just getting the most votes in the state. You don't need a majority. So we think about it. You got Trump, Biden, RFK Jr., Cornel West, Jill Stein, and our bipartisan unity ticket, which will be very different from the 4 or 5 others. You could carry states with 34, 35% of the vote. So in our polling, we show that's possible. Secondly, we don't want to be a spoiler, and we don't particularly, and I really feel strongly that I'm speaking for the great majority of No Labels members. While we want a choice other than Biden and Trump, I think our members feel that it would be really bad for our country if Trump were reelected. So we don't want to do anything to toss it back to Trump. Again, our polling shows that that's not the case, but we'll watch the data as we go along. Although if we're in it, really, we're in it to win. And that's, I hope, what will happen with the help of the American people. We're going to give them the third choice that they've told us and everybody else they really want. Not Trump, not Biden, a bipartisan unity ticket government to run America for the next 4 years. Think of how great and different that would be.
Sounds like a tough balancing act to get there. Former Senator Joe Lieberman, appreciate the time, sir. Thanks.
Thanks, Boris. Good to talk to you. Have a good day.
Of course. You too. Stay with News Central. We're back in just moments.